Whenever I game, I stream. Alright, so we're going to be playing Unconscious Mind again. So I've reset the board. Um, should be faster now since I've gone through the learning playthrough. So we're going to keep the same characters for the id and for my uh, character, my psychologist. Were they called psychologists back then? While they were trying to establish the psychoanalysis in the early years. I'm not sure. Okay, so everything is set. So I get to go first because id actually goes second. So let me see here. I think the last time I was playing this, I didn't work on filling up my player board, and I think I should do that this time around. Let me look at my patient. I have a patient here with 6. Complexity is at a 6. We should be able to fix up this patient or cure this patient with by resolving the latent dream, the manifest dream, and the latent dream. It requires that I have 2 major passion and then 1 medium growth and 1 major growth. Okay. So let me see here. Now the tile that I've selected from the options that I got actually is one where I can, the first tile that I have here that's active on my player board. Oh no, I was supposed to flip this. Because this is the only thing that you need to worry about. I can turn 1 minor passion into 2 coffee, which I thought was it's like that's pretty cool because you can use coffee to do a couple of things. You can turn 3 coffee into a bright idea. You can use coffee to stop a suppression of insight, and then you can use 2 coffee to move insights around, whether changing the category or to elevate an insight. So let me see. Let me just look at my options. I think, well, I don't have any coffee right now. I guess that's the problem, right? So I can turn 3. Oh, that's for heart-shaped box. You can turn actually 3 insights into a heart-shaped box. But I don't need that right now. Then the last game, I actually selected this as my first action, moving, elevating 2 insights and then moving category of 1. I think doing that actually would help me right now, though. If I do it twice, then I should be able to, next turn I should be able to at least take care of this manifest dream. That's an interesting dream. You know, it's kind of sad actually if you look at this picture. You know, you're outside of the house looking into, is it your house? Is it somebody else's house? Is it a house from your past? And then there's a dog there. Maybe this is a dog from your childhood. That's actually, and since it's passion and growth, I guess you can assume that maybe this is a recollection of that person's past. You know, maybe an old dog that the person used to own. Maybe that dog used to be his best friend. That's a really sad image actually, but let's see. So maybe that's what I'm gonna do again, is just move my insights around. I think that might be a good option. And then what I can do, yeah, and then I can, if I place my ideas here, I can then move 3 spots down, and I should be able to get 1 additional minor passion and then turn it into 2 coffee. Um, that sounds like a good idea, actually. So let me do that. Let me just think about it real quick, though. Because what else can I do? Because we don't have coffee, that's the problem. But I think that's probably what we want to do, is try and gain coffee as quickly as possible so we can gain tiles. This is also a good option, so you have 3 additional insights on the board that you can play with. But I think I like the idea of moving insights around. So I'm going to place my ideas here pointing that direction. I'm going to use 2 ideas so I can trigger that effect twice. So okay. So I can elevate twice, and I need to elevate this to a major growth. So 1, 2, and then I can switch category for 1. And I know that I need another growth, medium growth, for the latent dreams. So I'm going to move this one this way. And then now I can activate it again because I used 2 ideas. So now I can elevate twice. If I choose to, I can choose to elevate just once. But you don't. But you always want to elevate because you can overcompensate. So I'm going to elevate this one once. So now I have that one also. Ooh. Because I want to treat the patient next round, I think I should elevate this first. So 1, 2, and then switching categories. I think I'm gonna skip that one. Do I? No, because the other one also requires passion. It doesn't require any freedom actually to resolve both dreams. So I'm gonna move this one here. Okay, so that would be the meeting table activation. Now I'm going to move my ink pot 3 spots down. So 1, 2, 3, and here I can generate 1 minor passion, and I can turn that minor passion into 2 coffee. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Use 1 minor passion to get 2 coffee. 1, 2, and that is my turn. Now we're gonna go to id. It feels good not to look at the rule book after like 10 sessions of just heavily looking at the rule book, you know. Okay, so now it is id's turn. So id is going to use, we're gonna draw the meeting table card. Oops. And the id is trying to land up here, and looks like he's going to be able to do that. So he's going to use 2 ideas to right here. He wants to move 2 spots down the ink pot spots. So he goes 1, 2, and he's going to get 1 coffee, and he's going to activate this tile or flip that tile. So, and then he's going to attempt to cure his patient, but he doesn't have any heart-shaped box, so that's the end of his turn. And then now we're back to my professor here. Well, she's a professor. They don't call themselves psychoanalysts yet, I guess. She's just a professor. I can start treating the patient, so I can use this, or I can get a couple of options here. But do I want to get tiles, or do I want to start treating the patient? Let's see. Let's look at the effect here if I want this one. If I want to use 2 coffee to get 1 tile. Oh no, this is supposed to be flipped this way. Same with this guy. Oh, I got this. I placed these wrong. Okay, they're supposed to be like this. Okay, let me just refer to the book real quick, make sure that I. Yeah, I did it right. Rightmost first. Okay. And then when replacing the tile, let me just make sure that I read that here real quickly, and then after that I don't have to refer to it anymore, but I just want to make sure, yeah. If you're not able to place, okay, if you, there are no more vacant spaces. If the vacant space is in the center, fill it with the topmost. If it's right-hand column, select the center. Same row onto the rightmost, and then fill the center. Okay, I think I got that down now. Alright, let me see. Let me just look at my options here. If I decide to get the tile, I can suppress to get a journal page. That's actually not bad. And then I also get this activation, and I just happen to be in the same space. But that doesn't matter. That's just like you can activate even if you're not there. But then I can get one of these things. I can get another coffee actually, or I can get a another minor passion. So that's actually a pretty good option. This other one looks like I can activate the library, and it's giving you the same thing except for exchanging median growth to a heart-shaped box. I think coffee into insights or coffee into or suppress into a journal. They're both actually pretty good. And then I can get a coffee refilled immediately. They're both pretty good. I'm gonna go with the journal one, I think. I think the problem the last game though, I have a problem generating insights. So they're both good options. And then the thing is, you can use coffee immediately. Coffee you can use at any time. So I can actually, after I get the coffee effect, I can immediately get those 2 insights actually on my dial. So let's go with that one. Okay, so I'm going to select this action. Oh, I can only activate it once. That's fine. I only have one idea, and I'm gonna place it here so I can complete a lap. So if I can, or I can place it up here and I can trigger. That might be better because now if you trigger it while you're here in this space, you get 2 coffee and 1 victory point. So you know what? I'm going to go ahead and select this space. 1 idea for this space, and I'm going to go ahead and grab that one. And then with this, I get to activate the uh, the banner effect, and in this case, I can get a bonus here, and I'm going to select the coffee because I can trigger it once. So I'm going to select the coffee. So I get, and I paid 2 coffee to get this tile, and then now I get 1 coffee back. And then I'm going to place this. Where do I want to place this now? I can place it here. You know what? It would be good to place it here because this is coffee generating coffee, and then you can use the coffee. This is a good combo actually, so I'm gonna place it here. And since I have 1 coffee, oh no, that's right. I can't use it immediately because I have to activate this to make it happen. So I can't generate it now. But I think this is a pretty good combo if we're able to land here again. So then I move 1 spot on the inkpot track here. I'm gonna move here to the center, and I'm able to activate my reputation, and I get 1 victory point and 2 coffee. 1, 2. That's actually a pretty productive turn. Okay, so now we're gonna go back to the id. The id has 2 ideas, so he is going to use the meeting board. Now, if he only has 1 idea, he's gonna recall, right? Let me just get a reminder. Let me see here when it comes to recall ideas. Okay. If there's no vacant space, if it has fewer than 2 ideas, the id places a bright idea for each missing idea. If it has fewer than 2 ideas and or bright ideas, the id will recall ideas. Okay. So he's able to still do it. Let's look at where the spot that he's going to claim. Looks like he's trying to claim the spot that I already have ideas on, and it's going to move downwards. So he's actually going to claim that space now. So we're going to put his idea and his bright idea here, and he's going to move 4 spots on the ink pot path. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. He gets that, and then 4. He's going to get 1 coffee, and he's going to flip this board here. Okay. Yeah, the id actually starts really slow. But once it gets going, though, it's pretty scary. So anyway, he can't treat his patients this round, so back to me. All right, so let's see what we're gonna do here. Okay, now I can probably consider treating my patients. Well, my 1 patient here. Now, once you remove the grieve layer, you open this second office, right? Let me get a reminder for that. I think all you have to do is just remove the grieve layer to be able to get the second office going. Once 1 patient enters catharsis, but let me just make sure. Where is the part about opening the second? So yeah, every now and then, I mean, this is my second playthrough. I am still going to be referring to the book because I want to make sure that I'm doing everything correctly. Um, God damn, I wish that there's a glossary on this thing, but it doesn't. I think you just have to remove the grief layer. This is the second time that I've ever done this ever. So, where the fuck is the section that talks about opening? Oh, secondary office room. You begin the game with one client in your primary office room. Secondary unlocked when your initial client reaches catharsis. Okay, just want to make sure. Just want to make sure. Okay. So we should be able to open this up. So I think the next thing we should do here is definitely um, resolve that manifest dream. So let me go ahead and do that. All I have to do is just pay one major passion and one major growth. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And by doing that, I get 4 therapy points. So 1, 2, 3. And that's going to get rid of the grief layer. So now I get to remove that. At the end of my turn, I can get a new patient. We're gonna, and then 4. So I'm gonna remove this grief layer. I get 1 bright idea, and I get 2 coffee. So yeah, I got a lot of coffee now. Okay. And where am I at? So now looks like I get a +1 routine client effect. What does that mean? You may add 1 to your inkpot movement value. Very nice. So if it's going to be a benefit for me to gain 1 more movement around this path, looks like I'm able to do it because I have this effect now unlocked thanks to me removing the grief layer for that patient. Okay, so that's done. Let me see if I want to do anything with coffee. I can spend 2 coffee to move insights around, to elevate, or so if I use, yeah, let me just use 2 coffee to move this, at least 1 of them. Is that a waste though? I don't know. Is that a waste? No, because if I gain more coffee, you can't go beyond the 6. So maybe, yeah, let's spend 2 coffee, 1, 2, and I'm going to elevate. I need 2 major passion and major growth. I'll elevate the growth here to median growth. Okay. And that is it for my turn. Now we're going back to the id. Well, we still have to draw. Remember, even if the id doesn't have enough ideas, they want you to start by drawing the card before you decide whether or not the id has ideas or not. Enough ideas or not. In this case, he doesn't. So if he doesn't have enough ideas, I'm going to remove that bright idea there, because the bright idea expires at the end of the turn. I should have removed that earlier. We count the number of ideas that he has on the board, the spots that he has on the board. 1, 2. So we're going to grab those back. And he gets 2 coffee. And it looks like he has enough to get 1 therapy point or 1 heart-shaped box. Now, whenever he does a recall, there's a recall effect. And let me just get a refresher here. The recall effect, I believe, has something to do with the space that he's in. So he's either going to claim a district bonus or a location bonus. So depending, and he can choose whether it's going to be on his professor or Freud, depending on which one is better. The determination here is when he won't be able to claim a district bonus because it's too early in the game. So we're going to get location bonus. And to determine which location bonus he's going to select is he's going from top to bottom. So if whoever has between the two, Freud or the id, has availability for the higher section, that's what he's going to select. But they're both here, so it's not even a factor. So he's going to get this one. But because he's the first to claim this, he is also going to get a reputation. But let me see what that effect means. He can activate 1 column. So it looks like he's going to activate that one. Oh wow, yeah, he's already going. So let me make sure that I'm doing this right. Yep, trigger all the effects of an unlocked column on your player board. So he's going to go ahead and get 2 things here actually done. So, but I'm going to go ahead and claim this. And he gets a reputation. Whenever you get a reputation, Freud moves 1 spot. He passes that movement icon, so he's going to move up here now. And then he himself is going to get 1 reputation closely following Freud. Okay, so he's going to activate this column. He's going to start with this horrible thing. Oh, I'm going to replace this now. I forgot I grabbed that. It needs to be replaced. He's going to get 1 coffee. He's going to grab, I think, this one, right? Let me make sure. Where is the little thing? A rightmost notebook tile from the top row. Okay, it's the top row. So he's going to grab this and he's going to activate the banner. And in this case, the banner is the Art Institute. He gets to claim a bonus there. So he doesn't have any location tag for that. So he gets to activate just once. And that means that he gets 1 coffee. And then he gets an additional coffee from just activating that tile. Okay. That's done. And then the way this works for us to refill this, when it's the rightmost, you push the middle to the rightmost spot. And then you flip the tile and replenish the center. Okay. So he's not done yet. Now he's going to activate this one. And that is moving Freud 3 spaces. And the way he chooses where Freud is going to go is to which location will give him the most benefit. And in this case, since he doesn't have any location tag, how does that work if he doesn't have any location tag? Let me just make sure. Um, I think if it's a draw, he just goes to the next location. It moves Freud figures 1 to 3 spaces, choosing a location that will trigger the most effect. If there's a tie, it advances Freud to the first tied location clockwise. After moving Freud, the id triggers the location effects, resulting in the id gaining 1 coffee per triggered effect. Okay, since it's a tie between these 3 spaces, he's just going to move 1, and he gets 1 coffee. Okay, so now that's done. He has 1 heart-shaped box, so that means that he's going to treat his patient, and he's going to start with the patient on the left side of the office. Well, actually, because there's no options here, that's the only patient that he can take care of. So it moves 1. He has 1 therapy point, so it moves the therapy marker up by 1. Okay, so that's done. So we're back here. Okay. Let's see. We have 3 coffee. I can get more tiles. Let me just look at the tile options here. This is a good option right now. Oh, and then I'm running out of idea. I do have 1 bright idea though. So, but let me just look at my options. I can do, no, that's not going to benefit me. If I pay 2, let me just look at my options here. Oh, I get a median freedom. Oh no, I don't, because only this gets activated. Oh, I get 2 minor freedom, which is good because that is just generating insight. Or I can just do this and get an insight for each category. Or I can elevate again. Oh, I forgot to refill. I forgot at the end of my last turn, I forgot to grab a client. Let me see which one I want. We're still early in the game. Last time I was holding. Maybe it's a good idea this time to just grab a case study, so that way I can ensure at least 1 patient who is going to win me some endgame scores, so points. So between these 2, oh, that guy this grief layer gives you 7 victory points. Well, this is the one I want then. So I'm gonna grab this guy. Let me just, this is from last round. I totally forgot to grab my patient. So now I get 6 therapy difficulty here, and then it lands at 1, so I get 1 point, 1 victory point, because it's a complex patient. And let me just go ahead and give him his latent dream, and it's the two-faced guy, and then his manifest dream. I think I'm gonna go with, oh, this one gives you also victory points. I'm gonna grab that one. Okay. What a beautiful card. Okay, let's see. So I need to really start generating insights, I think. So maybe this is a good option. This is also a good option, and it also provides me with tiles. And then this tile will always give me, activating that will always give me a median Is that a median? Oh, median freedom. You know what? Let's do that. So I'm going to use my bright idea. Do I want, and then do I want to move one time or do I want to move twice? I think I want to move once because then I can activate a column because this is going to get unlocked now. So I'm going to go ahead and place this. Ooh, I, yeah, I can. It's right here. So I'm going to have this pointing this way. This is when I'm going to activate. I'm going to use 2 coffee and I'm going to grab this tile. That means I get to trigger the banner effect, which is 2 minor freedom. And then I get to keep this tile and I'm going to place that here. So I get, wow, that's nice. I get a minor freedom and I get a median freedom there if I land here. Okay. And then I get to move one time with my ink spot, ink pot track. This is what this is called, an ink pot track. I don't know. So we're gonna, so I finally completed a lap. So that means that I get to unlock that idea. And then since I landed up here, I get to activate a column, and this is the only column available right now. But that means that I get 1 median inside of freedom. Very nice. And then I can convert 1 minor passion into 2 coffee. Now, but the thing is, I want to have passion to be able to resolve these dreams. So I think 2 coffee is too good to pass on, though. I mean, like, because I can always generate. I can always generate more insights. Let me think about this. But how can I generate insights? So that means that it's going to take 2 turns for me to be able to progress if I decide to do that. If I want to activate this effect. And then I can use coffee to elevate or move. You know what? Yeah, it's fine because I can move that over here. You know what? I'm gonna use. Yeah, let me just pay 1 minor passion and get 2 coffee. Okay, from that effect, and I'm gonna use 2 coffee. 1, 2. To was my coffee at a 3? What? Let me double check that real quick. And the answer is no, because I purchased a tile. That's why I was already losing 2 coffee. So I gained 2 coffee, and then I'm spending 2 coffee to to move this one here. So from median freedom to median passion. So yeah, and then all I have to do is just elevate this up, and I should be able to take care of this patient. Or yeah, it's gonna take some work, but I think that's fine. I'm happy with that. It's fine. Okay, so that's the end of my turn. I'm gonna remove that because bright idea only lasts a turn. Okay, so now we're back to id. He has plenty of ideas now. So let's draw. I have to remember, just draw the card first before we even look at his idea pool. So he wants this bottom left spot And it is available, so he's going to place 2 ideas there. And he's going to move 4 ink spots here. Ink pot spots. 1, 2, 3, 4. He completed a lap, now he gets 1 bright idea. Okay. So, he gets to activate that column again. So, oh, and I forgot to replenish this. Let me just go ahead and do that real quick. Okay, so now he's going to do that again with, I think that's the rightmost, correct? Let me see here. Rightmost notebook from the top row of the meeting table. Okay. So he's going to go ahead and grab this. Now he gets to get a bonus at the theater district, which is over here. 1 person, 1 tag, so he only gets 1. But that's enough for him to get heart-shaped box. Okay, now let me replenish this. Since it's the rightmost, this gets pushed over here, and this gets replenished to the center column. Okay. He's not done yet. He also gets to activate this, and now Freud gets to move 3 spots. All 3 actually results. All 3 of them actually would result with just getting 1 location effect. So he's just going to move once, and he gets another coffee. Okay, and that's it. And now he's going to work on this patient. Looks like he's going to be able to get another patient now because he's able to complete this grief layer. And he gets 1 bright idea and 2 coffee. So let's give him his second bright idea here, and then 2 coffee. 1, 2. Yeah, and then this is removed. Oh, and since this grief layer has been removed, so the effect that he's going to get looks like it's going to be, wow. He has 3 green tags now, so that means if he recalls, or he gets an effect where he can gain a district bonus, he should be able to claim this one. So, okay. Is that it? Yes. So now it's the end of the turn. He gets a client now. I forgot to replace this with a new client. And with id, if it's the extra office, he gets to choose a case study client, and in this case he selects the one on the left. So he's gonna grab this lady over here as his client, and this lady has a complexity of 6. In that previous grief layer, it doesn't nab him any victory point, does it? No. Okay, he gets bright idea instead. So the complexity of this client is 6, so he does get 1 victory point there. Okay. And that is it. Back to me. Let me see here. We gotta move stuff around so that we can start treating our patients. Let me look. If we get this space, we get to elevate twice, and then we get to change category once. I think I like that, because then we should be able to get this one. Get rid of that resolve that manifest dream. Okay, we get 3 victory points, and then we get to remove the grief layer here. I think I like that. But we can't, we can only do the meeting table, and then we can resolve this next turn. But then again, maybe I should, no, that's a good idea, because this is a case study client though. So the effect doesn't even have any benefit until the end of the game. So maybe I should focus on getting this guy cured. Okay? Let me see. So I need one major. That's all I need is just one major passion. So maybe, you know what? Maybe I'll activate that. I think I want to do that. So we get to move pieces around. Yeah, let's do that. So I'm going to put my idea over here. I get to activate that. I'm going to elevate once, elevate twice, and then I'm going to switch once. Okay. This is to prepare for resolving the this manifest dream. Now I get to move 2 ink spots. So 1, 2, and I get 1 minor freedom, and I also get 1 median freedom. Okay. And that is it. Back to Id. He has plenty of ideas. Well, I keep forgetting to just draw first. Draw and then confirm. Okay, so he wants this spot, but it's occupied, and he wants, and then we go upwards. The second spot is also occupied, but the third spot is available, so that's where he's going to place his ideas. And he gets to move once, so he's going to move here. He gets 1 coffee. That translates into 1 heart-shaped box. And then he gets to activate this, which is, oh, he likes to activate these tiles. So he gets to elevate and change, but he doesn't do that because he doesn't have an inside dial, so instead he gets 2 coffee. So 1, 2, and he gets to flip this board now. All right. Cool. He has 1 therapy point. Oh, I forgot to grab the. Hold on. So this might change also, because what did we just use that for? Oh, that was to choose patient earlier. So, okay, we haven't decided which. Did I just flip that or not? Okay, let me confirm that. If I haven't flipped that, then if I did flip it, I need to flip it back, because I need to choose the manifest dream properly. Okay, good news, I haven't. Okay, so let me see here. So here's the latent dream, and then the manifest dream, he will always, oh, that's easy, he will always select the one with the most therapy point, so it doesn't even require that to determine which one he picks. Okay, so now he has 1 therapy point. He's going to work on this patient. So goes down by 1. All right, back here. Do we have enough now to do anything? We don't. that space is totally occupied because I could have just gone and grabbed that. So let me think here. Oh, I have this. So I'm going to treat patient this round. So I'm going to use one major passion, one median growth to resolve this latent dream about being in a glass of water in a submarine suit next to a candle. Okay, I get 2 therapy points and I get to move 1 or 2 spaces. So let me just go ahead and take care of that. So 1, 2, this patient is cured, but before we cure him, let me just resolve this. I get to move 1 to 2 spaces. So I think I want to move 2 spaces because if I move 2 spaces, I get a reputation, a trigger. And triggering that reputation will get me 1 victory point and 2 coffee. If I go down here though, then I can get 1 minor passion and I can turn it into 2 coffee, and then I can use 1 coffee to get 2 resources. So maybe that's the better option. So when it says 1 to 2 for a player, you can choose 1 or 2. I think that's the better option. So I'm going to move it once, and I'm going to trigger this. I get 1 minor passion, and then I can choose to use 1 minor passion to convert it into 2 coffee. And then now I get to use 1 coffee to get 1 median growth, and then 1 minor growth. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Okay, and then let me, and this patient is cured, so let me go ahead and get the, oh, and then whenever I move, I have to remember, whenever I move, I can always add 1. So instead of being over here, actually I could have moved over here. So I just need to remember that I have that additional ability now. It's kind of hard sometimes because so many things are happening in the game, but I have to, you have to remember that you always have that +1 mobility. But this is a pretty good place to stop though. So that's fine. I'm happy with that. Okay, so I get 10 victory points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And it's the end of my turn, so I get to select another patient. I'm already working on 1 case study, so I think maybe this next one should be a routine patient. Let me see which one I like. Journal into coffee. I'm not sure about that. Turning a journal into coffee, what does that mean? Let me look at the client effect here. When you gain the research card, you gain coffee. That's actually not bad. So I think I'm going to select this patient. Because we're also going to try and see if we can do a treatise this time around, because we didn't get to do that during the learning playthrough. And then let me just replace the patient here with a new one. And then at the end of every turn, I have to also make sure that I'm doing this. But it's too early, I think, to worry about that. But we also have to remember about the gold tiles there. Okay. There we go. Now I'm going to get the latent dream for this patient. And let me see. That one has the most therapy point. I'm gonna grab that one. Let me see though. Is there matching? Oh, there's also the matching icon. So maybe. Let me see. Because if we do the matching icon, we get a heart-shaped box. Let's grab this one. Butterfly as the mast of the ship. It's interesting. Ooh, kitty cat on Frozen. Is that Frozen? The watery stairs. Waterfall stairs. Okay. That's it for my turn. Let's go back to, let me make sure. Yes, all done. Okay. Id still has 2 bright ideas, so he's gonna use, oh yeah. I keep forgetting. Draw first. It doesn't matter. Maybe I should put the table cards here, but I need that space though. Well, since we have this space here now, I probably need this space, but I think I should put the bright ideas up here. No, next to the board right here. Okay, we're gonna use these anyway. Okay, he's trying to claim the second row. Ooh, I think I moved my camera. Still good. Yeah. I am extremely anal when it comes to. Now this is gonna bother me to death. All right, let me pause the stream and I'll fix this real quick. Okay, that's good enough. Whatever. Okay. So he can claim that spot. So we're gonna give it to him. Using 2 bright ideas. And he gets to move twice. 1, 2. And he's going to add to, he's going to get 1 coffee. And he gets to flip this one. Okay. Okay, all done. He doesn't have any heart-shaped box this turn. Okay, back to me. Let me see here. Can I treat this? Can I treat my patients? I can't. It's probably best that we recall ideas probably this turn because we're out. We can't do anything with. Yeah, I can. Let me see. I have 2 coffee that I can use to elevate or change. I only need to. Oh, I can actually. Oh, I forgot to move this too. This is supposed to be what? 6. So I get 1 victory point actually for that. Okay. Yeah, complexity is 6 for this patient. I can resolve this dream. I can resolve this manifest dream by spending coffee. But the question is, do I want to do that? Or should I recall? Recalling, I don't get district bonus though. That's the problem. But I can claim. I can claim a I can get a major insight, bright idea, or a tile. I do like that. So maybe this round we should just grab a tile. From the leftmost column. Let's see if they're any good. They're all about suppressing to get stuff. Maybe it's not that bad of a maybe it's not that bad. Maybe I should grab it. Yeah, and then that way I can activate. I can complete one row. Maybe, yeah. Let's do that. So I'm going to go ahead and recall. So I get 3 coffee because I have 3 spots here. One, two, three. And then I get to recall, and I'm going to select gaining tile. So the tile I'm gonna get is suppress to get journal page, huh? That's tempting. Or suppress to elevate. They're both actually not bad. Because when you elevate, you suppress one and you get to elevate 2. That's actually pretty good. And you can overcompensate. That's the cool thing about elevating. I'll go with that, I think. Let's go with that. Oh, you know what? That's not for me. Because that was supposed to refill here. So instead, suppress to elevate 1 and then gain a resource. And then gain a minor passion. Even that is not bad. I'll grab that, I think. Let me grab that. And I'm going to place that here. And because I've completed this row, now this becomes mine. This player color insight. And then if I trigger this column now, I get an additional resource. Okay, that's not bad. I think it's pretty good. I think we're doing good this time around in this game. Okay. Is that it for my turn? Let me just look. Yep. All done. So now we're going to go back to the id. He doesn't have any more ideas, so he's going to recall. So he has 1, 2. He gets 2 coffee. 1, 2, and then he gets 1 victory point, heart-shaped box. Now he's going to claim, he's going to attempt to claim a district bonus. And he can choose between Freud or himself. Now he doesn't have anything for this district, but he does have 3 on this district. So he's going to be able to claim that. This nasty fucker. It's insidious how this id works. Let me see here. Let me make sure that I'm doing this right. Yep, he prefers a district and id's of Freud. So it's not a tie. So all right. So he's going to be able to claim, because he has 1, 2, 3. He's able to claim this district bonus with 3. Does he have... Oh, no, he can't. Because he doesn't have... Very nice. It's too early for him to claim it, because he doesn't have a player color tile. Because he also needs one of those. So let me make sure. Whew. Saved. if it has an unlocked player color inside. So because he doesn't have that, so now he's going to claim a location bonus instead. And remember that when he selects a location bonus, he can select between the professor or Freud's location, and he always claims the upper portion. And since this one's already selected or claimed, so he's going to claim that one. And because he claims that one, he gets a reputation. So he doesn't get his own table notebook. So instead, he gets coffee for that, and then he gets to claim this tile. And since he's the first to do it here, Freud is gonna get move one because he gains reputation, and then Freud moves once, and then he moves to the second spot here, and then Freud moves again. Okay. Cool. He does have a heart-shaped box, so he's going to treat his patient, and he's going to treat the patient on the left this time around. So he gets 2 more there to take care of that lady. Okay. Back to me. Let me see what I can do here. I can spend coffee, and then I can take care of that latent manifest dream. But let me think. Is that what I really want to do? Since I got plenty of coffee, maybe it's time for me to maybe claim that one. This is a really powerful tile. You get 1 minor freedom, and then you get to suppress 1, or you can cancel the suppression with coffee, and then you get 1 major insight. That is too good to not pick up. Now the question is, where do I want to go? Do I want to move to? And remember that I have a +1 here also. Or I might just trigger. I'm way behind on reputation, but I can get 1 victory point and 2 coffee. Coffee, 1, 2, 3, and I get 1 coffee at the end, and 1 victory point. But I get to claim this. This is amazing, and I get to do it immediately. You know what? That's too good to not get. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm gonna claim this spot. I'm gonna pay 3 coffee, 1, 2, 3, and I'm gonna grab this tile. And I get to activate both the left portion and the banner. So the first one is I get 1 minor freedom. If I suppress 1, I can get... Oh, no. I don't get minor freedom. I can use 1 minor freedom and suppress to get 1 major. That's fine too. So I'm going... But then I also get 2 back. I get 2 back. So that's amazing. The amazing part about it. So I'm going to use 1, And then we suppress this one. And then I get one major. So let's see, which major do I want? Let's get major, because this one I can always elevate. Let's get one major passion to prepare for that. I'll get one major passion, and then after that I get two minor freedom. And then since I'm out, I think I have to select that though, unless I'm totally out. Unless if I do want, because only when you're out actually of insights can you grab an insight from anywhere else. Let me make sure. I know there's a section that talks about that. If you have no insights in your center reserve, you may remove one from anywhere. So I have to use that. And that's okay. I mean, because I'm not going to need this anytime soon. So I'm going to go ahead and use that. You want to keep this available, but I don't think I'm going to be able to claim any district bonus anytime soon. So, and then I'm going to place this here. Okay, and then this gets moved here. And then this gets flipped. Okay, and then I get to move one. And I'm not going to use my boost. I'm just going to stop here so that I can get one victory point and 2 coffee. 1, 2. Okay. And that is the end of my turn. Now it has always draw. Don't even worry about the ideas that he has. Okay, he wants this. Oh, I just claimed that spot. He wants the spot that I just claimed. So what's going to happen is this, because the arrow is pointing upwards, he's going to go down here. It's going to loop. So he's going to claim that spot over there. Get 2 ideas. And he gets to move 4 times. So 1, 2, he gets that. 3, 4. He gets 1 coffee. He gets to move Freud 1 to 3 spots. And claim the bonus, location bonus. So he has nothing on these locations. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Just 1 or 2. So it's going to be tied to this, because if Freud moves here, then that becomes 2 location bonus activation also. So he's going to move Freud here. And he's going to have 2 location bonus. So he's going to get 2 more coffee. 1. Oh, it says, okay, I forgot to move that. And 2. So now he has 1. Because I used that to treat the patient earlier. I forgot to move that. Okay. Unless he just got that. Maybe he just got that. Let me double check. Okay, so I was right. So I just forgot to move that earlier. All right, let me just reset the recording.